What is up, guys? Sawcasm here, and today I have a 74-9 ground war domination game on the map Interchange, and this is a pretty good gameplay. I did get quite a few deaths, a little bit more than I would have liked to actually post this up, but it is a pretty fast-paced gameplay. I do get a lot of kills with my gun, even though I'm using the assault kill streak, and I feel like there's a lot of things that can be learned from this game, so that's why I'm putting it up. And I'm using the G36C with the red dot sight and the kick proficiency. I feel like this is pretty much the setup that, or one of the setups that you need with the G36 to actually be able to control the recoil. And once you get to the point where you can't control the recoil, you can just do work with this thing since it kills so fast. But you see, I switched to my twin fire breathing dragons, the dual scorpions, and these things are just absolutely beasts. If you want a replacement for the FMG9 akimbo that kind of give you that close range benefits but aren't the FMG9 akimbo, definitely try out the Scorpion akimbo. And not only are they great at close range, maybe not as great as the FMG akimbo, but they also have no recoil, first of all, so you can get kills even further than close range. And on top of that, they actually give you free extreme conditioning. That's right, when you have them out, when you switch them, I'm not sure if it's a glitch or the game was intended to be like this. Maybe it's one of those extended mags kind of glitches. But if you have the dual scorpions out, then you actually get free extreme conditioning. So you could get to places a lot quicker and definitely helps you out a little bit. But yeah, so in this game, I'm not going to lie, a lot of stuff goes my way. And that's pretty much what happens when people get good scores. They post ridiculous scores and good games, all that stuff. So that's what you're going to be seeing. And I want to say that it's luck, but it's just the way the game works. Sometimes you win some, sometimes you lose some. Sometimes the game throws shit at you and stuff happens that you probably should have won, but instead you lost, like a gunfight that you should have won, but you died instead. But in this game, I was getting a lot of the upper hand in the I admit that, and I realize it, and I'm not saying that this game is 100% skillful, but there are a lot of good parts in this game that I think we could all learn from. So yeah, some domination, like I said. And at first my team was just, they didn't want to defend a flag, so I kind of had to sit back and actually make sure we had controls of the flag before we could start setting up a spawn trap or anything. But you see right here, we do have control of two flags, so now is when I'm trying to set up to develop a spawn trap. I'm trying to push up little by little and clear out this area, but once again, if I leave this area open, then they have free reign to go to our home base flag, and they actually do get past me since I was the only one defending this area over here. And look at this, the spawn just flipped, and that they flip this quick, and that's what happens when you're too aggressive. And the reason for this is my team was in their flag, they were pushing too far, and that's definitely what you don't want to do. I know that this isn't really like second nature, you feel like you always have to be moving around in order to be helpful, but there are other ways to help your team, especially in domination. Just because you have two flags doesn't mean you could immediately spawn trap. You actually have to make sure you have control of these two flags, like the B flag and the home flag, either the A or C flag, before you actually do set up to start, killing them in their spawn. But you see, I try to play the objective over here, but my teammate captures the objective before me. What are you doing? You're supposed to hop off so I could get the free point. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, so I definitely was trying to play the objective, maybe not in the sense where I was hopping on every single flag that I saw that the enemy team had control of, but I was playing the objective in quite a few ways. And on top of trying to actually defend flags, I was also putting up a lot of air support this game, which does a couple of things. One, it actually controls the airspace, which means that since my team has air support up, or I do, then that limits the amount of air support that they could call in. So that's a real big benefit for our team. And obviously air support lets you kind of clear out areas and helps you capture and defend things easier. So overall, it just makes it a lot easier time for my team in general. And that was pretty much my role. I was kind of a defender slayer role in this game, I would say, and that was what I was trying to do the whole game, and it worked out pretty well. I did capture a couple flags, but overall I did end up with a lot of kills. And I know some people are going to be saying that, yeah, I wasn't playing the objective, but in a way I actually was, indirectly. You even see right here, I use my Predator missile to defend the flag that the enemy team is capturing, and I do that a lot with my air support, especially if, like, unless I see a triple lying there perfectly out in the open and the other team is capturing the flag. I would say the majority of the time I will go to defend the flag, because that's how you win, and that's pretty much my ultimate goal in the game, to win. So right here I get caught in a pretty sticky situation. I'm caught in the corner and there's not really much I could do. I just get surrounded, and I try to wait for them to pass. Sometimes it works, sometimes it fails. It's a hit or miss, but usually just sitting back and laying low, you know, being quiet when there's a whole swarm of enemies around you. Usually that's the better option than just trying to take out as many as you can, because there are times when they'll just all pass you and kind of ignore you. And this isn't really, like, you know, something great you could do, something reliable that works all the time, but the few times it does work, it does maintain your presence in the area and allows you to keep being a threat around the flag. And that's pretty much what I attempted to do, even though it didn't work out. So now you see my team has a B and C flag, and this is where it gets fun. We're able to spawn trap them effectively because no one's really pushing up too far as of now, and we can kind of just sit back and wait for them to come out of their spawn and reap the rewards that we've kind of established for ourselves. So, you know, if you are kind of patient and you wait it out a little bit, you defend the flags and you maintain some control before you start becoming aggressive, then this is the reward right here. This is what you get for it. So your patience will be rewarded, and this obviously doesn't always work out with randoms this way, but a lot of times they will be rushing the spawns, thus messing it up. And you'll see in a couple seconds my teammate runs in as I'm saying that, and he does just that. But yeah, anyway, the game's wrapping up here, kind of, and I have a question to ask you guys. So in this game, this video, I wasn't really talking about anything too specific. I was just kind of talking about a little bit specifically on what I was doing in the game and what was going on. And I just want to ask you guys, do you like that? Like, I'm not saying that I'm never going to do commentaries where I have a topic, but I'm curious to see if maybe to switch it up once in a while, I'll do a video talking where I talk a lot about the specifics of what I was doing in the game, maybe give you guys a little bit more of an idea of what I was thinking and, you know, kind of how to replicate that, and just some other thoughts, you know, as I was playing. But I'm really just curious to see what your input on this is. If you like, you know, these kinds of videos where I just talk about what I was doing, you know, or do you only like the videos where I have a specific topic and I only talk about that? Because I think this is a good change of pace and kind of just mix it up once in a while. And like I said, I'm definitely not going to be doing all my videos like this where I just kind of go off on random tangents, but I don't know, I think it's cool to see what the player was doing as they were playing the game and what they were thinking and what they were trying to accomplish. So in the comments below, let me know yes or no. Would you like to see more gameplay specific commentaries? And if yes, why? And if not, why not? So I'm really looking forward to see your input. But anyway, game's wrapping up here. I hope you enjoyed. Leave me some feedback in the comments below to improve as a commentator. And that's about it. Peace.